What's up, everybody? My name is Dan Rock, and this is my 3-week update on my homeless hot dogs cart here. I pick up trash, donations accepted, and iput.org. That's what we're going for. So I own the domain name iput.org, so I'm going to go ahead and give you the 3-week update. This is an update of 30 days. I originally had planned to make or manifest $1,000 within 30 days of picking up trash. So I'm going to go over all the details. I'm going to make it pretty short and sweet, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So this third week, I averaged, on average, I did 21.25 hours, and in those 21.25 hours, I made $384 in donations. That's averaging $18.07 per hour. That's my highest average yet out of all the 3 weeks together. And in a total of all 3 weeks, I put in a total of 50 hours, and then with $912 in donations. And I don't know if you can hear that plane. So that's averaging 3 weeks total at $18.24 per hour, which I'm out here in California, and California minimum wage is $16.50. So I'm already beating that by a little over $1.50, $1.74 to be precise. So not bad. You know, it seems like just the more hours I work, the more money I'm going to make, and I'm still making over minimum wage, which is great. So here's my plans with iput.org, and I pick up trash, and what I see, you know, the future of it, and where I see it going. So first off, I want to give 2 shout outs. There's a lot of people that helped. I wish I could give all the shout outs to all of them, but there's just so many people now. So thank you to all of my supporters and all the donators, and you know, just the smiles and the waves and all that. But I want to shout out to 2 newfound friends of mine. One I met in school, and then the other one, you know, she's just an awesome person. So Carly and Elizabeth. So I'm going to call them super supporters, but they are my friends as well. So thank you, Carly. Thank you, Elizabeth, for just being very supportive about what I'm doing, and you're not looking at me all strange like who does this, you know. So and the reason why I want to give a big shout out to them, and I also, like, I'd say they're super supporters, but they're also like major synchronicities in me meeting these 2 women. So Carly, you know, I had we just established a friendship over the past week, and she's just an awesome person. You know, and I had an idea the other day that I wanted to put together a PowerPoint presentation with what I'm doing and my plans, and present it to a potential sponsor. And I have one in mind, and once I get this PowerPoint presentation done, I'm going to take this to them, and that I already have a relationship with, in a sense, and you know, see what they think, and see if they want to bring on iput.org, maybe be a part of it in some kind of way or another. So you know, just, and so the synchronicity was, I just happened to text my friend. I was like, hey, by chance, do you know PowerPoint? Because I don't. And she's like, are you kidding me? Do I know PowerPoint? I do PowerPoint presentation parties. I'm like, okay, serious? I thought she was joking at first, but it's the truth. And so I got a professional PowerPointer on my hands. You know, she's a friend by my side, so that's just that's great news. Looking forward to that. The second friend, Elizabeth, I noticed on her Facebook profile that she was a digital creator, and I thought, you know, I could really use some help with you know, just, you know, creating digital artwork, marketing materials, things like that. And I reached out to her, explained the whole idea, just, you know, not really knowing how she's going to take it, and she loved it. She thought it was just spot on, and she's just fully supportive, and she happens to just have all these different connections and, you know, a way to network with all types of different people. So thank you, Elizabeth. I really appreciate you and your support. And I mean, just, you know, just your feedback, you know, and your excitement in what I'm doing. So it really, you know, it's just another synchronicity in my mind, and doesn't happen by mistake. So thank you too. All right, so how am I going to turn this into a business? How am I going to turn picking up trash into a business? So let's get down to the core of it. So on the business side, I plan to, I live in an area that's surrounded by different businesses, industrial type businesses, and there's trash all over the place, which is, you know, just, you know, unfortunately there's trash all over the world, you know, and so that's the problem. And like I said before, we are the solution. So I want to put together some contracts and approach these people, these businesses, and say, look, this is what I charge on a, per day, and I'll come up with a cost by going out and doing picking up trash on their premises for free for 1 week, and I can, gauge the time that I'm spending doing it and say, okay, this makes sense, this is fair, this is what I can do, and this is a daily cost, and I can do it, 5 days a week, 3 days a week, 1 day a week, whatever. On the weekends, maybe it'll be a little extra, Saturdays and Sundays, but one way or another, put together a contract that sounds feasible and fair to them, and if they like it and they sign it, boom, there we go. Let's just pretend like this is, make up some numbers. It's a $300 contract per month, and I maybe spend a half an hour, once a week. I don't know what it might be, but so that's turning it into a business. And then once I get one contract, I can get another. It's just going to get easier and easier and easier. So I really see it as a scalable business. First I'll end up filling up my time, to where I, fill up my day of picking up trash. And then once I, start scaling it further, then I can start hiring other people who are looking for work. And, and I mean, who doesn't, I don't know, in my head, it's just like, who wouldn't want to just go out and clean up your community and get paid for it? So that's my idea. Maybe not everyone's like me, but I hope so. I think it's pretty cool. So I'm just stoked that I'm, getting paid to pick up trash in a sense. Now, they are donations. So the other side of the business is the donation side. And this is where iPut.org is going to come into play. So I'm going to have a donations page on iPut.org. And this is all just kind of in my head. I haven't like organized it completely. And that's what I really need a sponsor for, is I need help. So if any of you are interested in this idea and maybe have some ways to go about this and some advice, and you want to join in, feel free to leave a comment. But the donation side, so the business side I'd be actually cleaning people's premises, like a parking lot type thing. Now the donation side is cleaning our actual community, the streets of our community, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm walking around the streets. I circle around my apartment complex, and these people have recognized me over the past 3 weeks, and they're the ones who are stopping and honking their horn and rolling down the windows and saying, hey, I'd like to give you some money. So I would like to make it a little bit easier. Maybe it's like a monthly donation, or maybe it's just a one-time thing where they can donate to iPut.org, and I want to have 100% of those donations going to pay a wage for either myself or someone else or many people to clean up their communities. And I would, obviously have a process where I vet them in, I get them started, we figure out a route, we say, okay, look, this is, off the donations, the amount of donations I have this week or this month, I can afford to pay you 6 hours, I don't know, whatever it might be, to pick up trash, to help clean up your community. And the upside of that is, they're going to get a wage, but they're also going to get people in their community that are also just going to want to donate, because that's just what's going to happen. So it's, I think it could be a really livable wage, and as it grows and builds, I think it could be a full-time job. Who knows? Maybe a career. I don't know. See how far we take this. iPut.org. Worldwide, baby. So, all right. So that's my idea. So that's the contracts. That's iPut.org, donations. And iPut.org is going to be all-encompassing, so it's going to also involve contracts. It's going to have a monthly subscription thing, to where if anybody, throughout the country sees this, they like the idea, they can go ahead and be a subscriber at a certain cost, low cost, whatever it might be, and and then they're going to have access to pre-written contracts. Like all the stuff that I'm working for, they're going to have. It's just ease of access. Print out. They can go directly to businesses. They can have their marketing materials that they can print out directly from iPut.org, and just like, they're gonna look professional, where I am just like grassroots, just like, hey, I'm picking up trash. Thank you for the donations, and I'm just getting it all started. But that's how businesses start, right? You got to start somewhere. So it's fun. It's exciting. I'm loving it. I swear my brain's on fire, like every day, just like, oh, I could do this and I could do that, so it's, please leave, comments or suggestions, ideas. I'd love for you to be a part of this in any kind of way. And I mean, you know, what a great thing to be a part of. Once again, you know, just to go back to the, you know, like being a part of your community, building community, cleaning up your community, and getting paid for it. I mean, come on, it's just a win-win is the way I see it. So last thing I'm going to finish up with this video is, you know, what I'm looking for in a sponsor. And like I said, I do have one sponsor in mind. I already have a relationship with them in a sense. I'm going to keep the sponsor, I'm not going to say the name, I'm going to keep it pretty vague. Because until I present that, I just want to, you know, and ultimately I'm looking for one sponsor that can help me with all of these things. And if they can't, then maybe I might have to go into like, you know, 2 or 3 sponsors or something like that, you know, but I'd rather keep it like 3 or under for sure, just to have it not so convoluted. Now the sponsorship, once I get that in place, now let's say it's just one sponsor, this is all gonna be redone, you know, so I'm just gonna make Yo-Yo Yogurt, you know, just made up a name. Let's say it's Yo-Yo Yogurt that's gonna sponsor me. Well, we're gonna have, you know, iPut.org sponsored by Yo-Yo Yogurt, you know, and funded by the community, you know, the local community, so, you know, some type of thing, but have it professionally done, have 4 panels, 1, 2, the other side 3, 4, and then on the front and the back will be, you know, something like this. More so iPut.org, I pick up trash, donations accepted, just letting the community know like what we're doing, just to be, you know, like pretty apparent and transparent. So what I'm looking for in a sponsor is I really need help with writing contracts, you know, like I have great business ideas, I have a beautiful mind, I believe, you know, maybe it's a little grandiose at times, but I love it, you know, and so I need help with like these different, you know, business things that I'm just not sure about. So writing legal contracts, maybe obtaining permits, you know, or licensing, you know, what am I doing that's legal or not legal right now, you know, and how do I make sure that I'm on the up and up and not breaking the law. Help with like, you know, simple costs, you know, of supplies and things like that. I mean, I pay, it's not a ton of money, but you know, just it'd be nice to have the help of a sponsor to you know, all my trash bags and you know, I wear gloves and you know, my trash grabber, you know, it's like they don't last forever, you know, so it's just simple little things, you know, these tires are gonna eventually wear out and tread, and just little stuff like that here and there. You know, and eventually I wouldn't expect a sponsor to pay for like an industrial type of garage, but that's what I want to get into, so that I can build more of these carts. You know, once I expand the business and scale it and have, you know, so many contracts that I can't do them all myself. So that way, you know, from 8 a.m. to noon or whatever, just making it up, you know, they come to work and they roll off with their cart and they have a route and they just get it done, you know. I'll provide them with breakfast and lunch. I don't know, it'd be a cool place to work, I think, you know, like I've always loved companies that really treat their employees well. And, you know, if I end up having a company like this that has employees, I want to make sure that I treat my people well, you know, and because they're just as big a part of the business as me, you know. So, and then, you know, and marketing strategies, marketing supplies, just all that kind of like, you know, all that stuff that it's not that I can't figure it out, and I can, and I, you know, I will if I have to, but I really want to spend time picking up trash. As funny as it sounds, like I love being out in my community and just doing this, you know, and then seeing the feedback, all people, you know, people honking their horn, like thumbs up, peace, you know, like right on, like that fills me up, you know. So that's what I love. That's what I want to focus most of my time on. Now, obviously, if I'm going to start a business, I got to do some things that I don't love, right? But if I can find someone to help me, you know, and teach me those ways and then be a part of it and make it a mutual relationship together, rock on, you know. That's what I'm all about. So I think that's about it. I'll let you guys check out the cart. Thank you to one of my subscribers who left a comment and saying to mirror my videos, you know, because they said that the last video was all backwards. I didn't really think about it because I was just doing the you know, the reverse video, so I could see myself as I'm filming. So this is my first time doing it like this. I guess it's the same thing. I just thought it was a little easier to see what I'm doing and like how I'm interacting with the camera. But yeah, so hopefully you guys can see everything. Community service, love, I pick up trash, donations accepted. Dan Rock, YouTube, Homeless Hot Dogs. I love you guys. God bless.